what's up, guys, and welcome back to Northeast PA Story. I'm Kylie Montigney. As your host today, I'm showcasing Maryliza Bryant, who's the owner and operator of Memorable Moments, which hosts events and creates memories for others in Northeast PA. Maryliza, welcome to Northeast PA Story. It is a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So, what kind of led you to start Memorable Moments?
I'm sorry, can you repeat your question?
Of course, what kind of led you to start more memorable moments?
So I previously owned a women's boutique online, and I used to do pop-up shops. And I kind of luckily came across my building, and I wanted to utilize it as a boutique and pop-up shop space. And then other people started asking to host their parties, and it kind of ran with itself basically. And that's how we got to where we are today.
Ooh, when did you what year did you kind of start memorable moments?
We actually started last year, so
Mm.
March of 2022. But I've been doing pop-up shops and coordinating events since 2020. I've done events between Bryant, Wilkes-Barre, and Philadelphia. And um, yeah, so that's kind of what led me to kind of get into the whole event space.
Ooh, that sounds amazing. How do you kind of coordinate events and stuff? How do you come up with ideas and kind of like plan the event together?
Well, I have two small children, so I kind of coordinate off of them sometimes as far as my children events. Because kids they like things that's like simple, they appreciate it more kind of thing. But they also like to have a good time. And that's kind of how I came up with my snack and paints. My son, he started drawing, and I never took him to an art class, and his pictures were really, really good. I'm like, you traced it? He's like, no. So that's what kind of got the snack and paint going. As far as like other events and adult events and stuff, um, it just kind of like wanting people to have a good time. So that's how we came up with the name, memorable moments, because it just be the simple things sometimes. And sometimes it can be extravagant as well. So it depends on the type of event as well. And that's what also I like about the space. It's so versatile.
Oh yeah, definitely. And
Yeah.
what was your favorite event that a Memorial Moments hosted, or did your experience when you started in 2020?
I'm gonna say my Dr. Seuss event. Only because this year was my second time doing it. Both and the first time I did it, I was just starting up by myself and kind of just running with an idea that I had and going from there. And then I did it again this year, and it was also very successful. And it's just all about the interest, what catches the kids' interest or parents' interest for their kids that, want to get them out there to, do and experience those things.
Do you think after the kids leave the event, do you think they're happy, or how do you see the kids' emotions once they get to the event and really do all these things?
When most of the kids come there are shy, they they're like, I don't know, but after a little of being there and me interacting with the guests and everything, the kids kind of loosen up. We also have like games and activities around also, so they get to play, and then it's other kids they get to interact with as well. So sometimes they got friends, and when the parents is ready to go, they don't want to leave or they want to come back, or so that's what I also love too.
That's the best part though, is that when you're hosting events and when they say they want to come back, it's probably the best thing about doing a business and or any
Yeah,
store, because when people say, "Oh, I want to come back," it just makes you want to keep doing this business.
right, right.
And do you guys have any upcoming public events, or it's kind of a private type of thing?
So all our events are private. I mean, all our events are public. The only private events are personal rentals that other people, come in and do a walkthrough and want to host like a birthday party, baby shower, or anything personal like that. But we have a Princess Tea Party coming up July 15th. That's a Saturday. It's 11 to 2. And then we also have our back to school snack and paint school supply giveaway. That's August 13th. And all our flyers is on our Facebook. You guys can follow us on Memorable Moments Venue and Events on Facebook and Memorable Moments Venue on Instagram for all our pictures of like our events and how they turned out.
Ooh, like, did you guys ever have like an event that was like not the best, or did you guys have like all the events you guys had were like a success?
No, I would say not all my events are a success. But it could be depressing. It could
Uh,
be, upsetting sometimes. However, you got to take the punches with the, roll with the punches basically. Because it's the highs and the lows. So some of the events are very successful or, just making it successful. And then I've had events, especially starting, that weren't successful.
That's a part of the business though. Like, even though you might have failure events or not the best events, there's always more positive and great events other than the fail events type of thing.
Yep. Yep, and that's kind of how for an example, the snake paints that I started doing, they were completely bad. Like I would get like people walking kind of thing. And I would market it as much as I could, put flyers out there, the whole thing. And they just, sometimes they were like, I'll have like 5, 6 kids, and it was however, I didn't like with my consistency, and since doing from when I first started, I gotten more interest in towards take my kids to that kind of thing. So I think that's good, and then take consistency basically.
Exactly. Yeah. Like when you have like those like failure moments, it just like makes you just want to learn and make people come back even though it's a failure. You know what I mean? It's like have
Mm-hmm.
those failures, it'll teach you like, oh, I can't do that next time because this time was a failure. You know? So it just like makes you kind of want to kind
Right,
of grow more as your business from that kind of day that didn't turn out like what you expected.
right.
And like, how do you guys kind of like live up to like your mission on each event?
So my number one standard is customer service. Customer service is like I feel like to all things, professionalism. When talking to people and empathy and under being understanding as well. And sometimes even with doing it, you also still got to think with the best interest of the business and what's fair for the customer, kind of thing. So I think customer service is basically how I like try to live up to the mission of what I'm trying to do. Because you never know who you may come across or who you may need later, and networking is also another thing that is a prominent way of me keeping up with my mission, just getting out there, having a good time, and it being a memorable introduction, because first impressions are everlasting impressions.
Right? Like I just feel like with every business or whatever you're doing in an area, like everything is all about networking and customer service. Like due to
Mm-hmm.
growing, you're like, okay, I'm gonna send a email out so for this person to promote, or you can promote on social media. Social media is like crazy for kind of showcasing your business or work. And basically, when you're like networking or customer service, when people call in, they're like, okay, this customer service was great, or this their posts are great. I'm gonna contact them and see if like they can host my next event or give me a few
Right,
ideas for my next event so it can be a success type of thing.
right, right.
And like, what events do you guys like typically do? Do you just do parties or um specific things, or do you guys do basically everything?
So we kind of do just like, holiday parties and, children events basically. And we try to gear towards a little bit for everybody in the family to do. Sometimes it could be a family friendly event, or it could be just, adults only kind of event kind of thing. Or maybe, mommy and me's kind of events. So we kind of gear to, have a little bit for everybody. And the holidays is, prominent because, people like to get together.
Like there's always like events like that will get people together, where it's like your friends, family, like you said, like events that you have, like it will get whether it's like mommy, me, or an adult night out, or um yes, like kids having fun. It's just like sometimes a mini reunion that people could really use, especially the pandemic that came over 3 years ago, and not a
Right.
lot of people are doing in-person things. So it's like it's much needed,
Yeah.
like with like especially your events that like could bring people together after kind of like a long breakthrough during the pandemic.
Right. Right. Yes.
And like, what is like your favorite thing of to do about like running your business? Like, do you have like a favorite thing about running a business, or do you have like multiple aspects?
Um, I would just say I like to have a good time and know that the people that came out had a good time too.
Mm-hmm. And like, do you have like any services you offer, like in terms of events?
Yes. So I offer services such as cartoon the characters, and with the characters we have like Mickey Mouse, Elma. I mean, sorry, not Elma. We have Mickey Mouse, Minnie, Cookie Monster, Ninja Turtle, um, Olaf, and we also have an Easter Bunny, and we have some more that we're getting as well. Then I also do all of my own personal decorating. So as far as like balloon arches and columns, we offer those services. Um, we also do that was crazy. Yes, balloon art. I had like a street mind blink, like balloon art and and those are just the simple things right now. So kind of going more the more business pick up, but so far just the venue, balloon arts and columns. Oh, we also do personal customized invitations or flyers, and the balloon art and also the characters.
Ooh, like, are you a Disney fan?
I am a Disney fan. I grew up on Disney, so yes.
Yeah, I could tell because like with all the characters and stuff, I was thinking like, oh, she's probably a Disney fan with all the characters and stuff. Especially with like having like kids and stuff. It's just
Yes, yes.
like once you have kids, like it's just like your love for like children's shows, especially Disney, just grows.
Mm-hmm.
And like, do you like have like a process when you book clients for an event, or you kind of like is there kind of like a specific process in terms of running an event or figuring out details, or do you guys kind of just go with the flow type of method?
So I like to already know who's going to do what and be a part of what before I actually plan it. Because the plans the event for us, and we just kind of coordinate how we're going to do it and what's going to go first, and then decorations kind of come in after the fact based on the concept. And then as far as like success, I kind of look at um getting it out there, networking, social media, I would say is a major target that I focus on at this time. But I also started using my Google profile too, because you can just post little posts like updates about your business kind of thing. So
Ooh,
that's a good thing to use. So I would say online marketing is like my number one go-to as far as making sure my um events are a success, because everybody's online, everybody has a phone in their hand.
yeah.
And as far as like booking, I on our Facebook click. With that link, you will choose a good day and time for you to come to do a walkthrough to find out like more details what we offer and just to see the space. And from there it kind of goes into like the rental agreement and your deposit and then up until your event. Um, but I would say it's definitely been highs and lows.
Oh yeah.
But I think I'm in the exciting stage now. Yes.
Yeah, like especially with social media, like it's just like everyone has social media, and that's why having a business on social media is important, especially like Facebook, Instagram, and sometimes even TikTok helps as well. I know not every business has TikTok, but Instagram and
Right.
Facebook has like a big following that like you can just go on, let's go for Facebook and a business will pop up randomly even though you don't follow it.
Right. Right. Yep.
And
And
like,
it kind of is like all in the algorithm.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and like the last thing I have for you is like where can be people book memorable moments or find more info?
You can look up on Google, just search memorable events. And you'll also follow us on Facebook, Memorable Moments Venue and Events, or Instagram at Memorable Moments Venue. And all our pictures is on Instagram of events we've had, or previous flyers that we've had. And our Facebook is where we post all our updates, all our events, all our, updates, promos, anything of those sorts. And we also have a Yelp. You can find us on Yelp too, just Moments, Venue and Event. And we're located in Exeter, PA, 1089 Wyoming Avenue, and 18643. Yes.
Ooh, perfect. Everyone go check out Memorable Moments. I definitely will reach out to you if I have any event needs for sure, because I'm like so like interested right now with the things you have to cover and everything. So thank you so much for coming on and taking the time. Your business is absolutely amazing. Like I love it, like this
Thank
business and everything
you.
you're doing. So I really appreciate you taking the time, and everyone go check out her business and make sure to go follow her and make sure to check out her things for your future event needs for sure. I definitely recommend. And thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
on, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much again.
You too. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Bye.